If anything, this election shows just how disconnected we are from each other, okay? I mean, look at this map of votes by county. You see how the Democrat area looks like the Metro PCS coverage zone?
The good news is that the holidays are here, you guys, and I saw that Oprah even released her annual favorite things list for the holidays, and it includes a $400 dog blanket, a smart luggage set, and a travel pillow that doubles as an organizer. Even Sky Mall was like, what the hell? That is so random.
Liberals did not see this coming because we're too segregated. It's like we forget there's another half of the country. I didn't think anybody would vote for Trump, just like I didn't think a Madea Halloween would be the #1 movie in America.
It seems like Trump's already getting to work. Yesterday, he met with President Obama in the Oval Office and said that he had great chemistry with President Obama. While Obama was like, thank God for legal weed.
Donald Trump is now the oldest person ever elected president and has never held a job in government. If you're 70 and you have no experience, you couldn't get hired at Target. A 70-year-old holding a new career is not how president's supposed to work. It's the plot of The Intern.
Headlines and punchlines from over the weekend, courtesy of Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show, and our chance here on America Talks Live, Hour 2, to talk with you at 1-877-Newsmax, 1-877-639-7629. We're going to go to Garden City, New York. Marcia has been incredibly patient. Marcia, welcome. It's good to have you.
Oh, that's great. It's nice to talk with you again. New York's well represented. We have the east part of the island, Brooklyn, and now the west part of the island.
Yeah, it's great. And, of course, having you, because you were trying, instead of Trump-Pence, you wanted a Donald and J.D. ticket, if I remember.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I was a little apprehensive, but the more I heard Pence, I got to tell you, I think he's going to be a terrific vice president. And I thought his addition to that ticket was extraordinary. A terrific call.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Good too.
Well, bless you. But then we wouldn't have the chance to talk each day as we do now.
That's true.
Tell me what's on your mind, Marcia.
Yes, but I wanted to talk about, well, first of all, I got to pat myself on the back because last Monday I predicted Trump was going to pull off 325 electoral votes. I had him winning Michigan, Wisconsin, and I missed on Virginia. I thought he was going to get Virginia. Anyway, what I wanted to say was I thought Donald Trump could have done a better job answering the Leslie Stahl interview last night. For instance, when she brought up the whole thing about, we see Trump supporters who are attacking Mexicans and Muslims and so forth. I would have said, really? Will you show me the films of those? Can you show me incidences of those? Because I haven't heard any of that. And come back and also come back with, I do know and I have seen on film that my supporters are being attacked. So
Marcia, of that whole exchange, I think a couple of things I'd react to with that, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Mr. Trump, remember during the campaign, will he be presidential? Well, in the wake of winning, he was trying to be magnanimous, but you'll notice, and we played it at the outset of the program, he did profess, it seems that there's a double standard. I think he understands that while he could engage Leslie Stahl on this, he wouldn't make her bigger than she needs to be. And I don't know, Marcia, my take is it says a lot more about Leslie Stahl and the ceaseless leftist perception of the corporate media. So I think he answered it kind of in a more modified way to say, it's interesting you say that. If my guys had done that, there'd be a double standard. You'd be all over that as opposed this. He didn't call it an indulgence, but you and I know what it is when they look the other way when the left takes to the street. So that's my take on it. Marcia, we very much appreciate your call. Next, let's go to Baltimore, Maryland. Sandy is on the line. Hi, Sandy.
GD, how are you today?
Much better now that you've called. What's on your mind?
Thank you. Well, you were talking about the riots and George Soros. I heard a call in. And I was thinking, I had heard that Hillary, that George Soros gave money to Hillary's campaign. And my thought is, everybody's saying how Hillary came out and, acting like, oh, well, we don't need this to happen. But I really think she does like it happening, and I think Obama has a part in it also. I honestly believe that they are a part of it, and nobody wants to say anything.
Well, there is a term of art in the political lexicon, Sandy, called benign neglect. And by that I mean the president, Mr. Obama, neglecting to comment specifically on what we're seeing in the streets. Secretary Clinton declining to comment. They both offered the pro forma conciliatory statements. Mrs. Clinton when conceding the day following the election, Mr. Obama when the president-elect came to see him in the White House, but then staying away from it again seems to be indicative of just kind of letting those seeds of street protest and, dare we say, rioting and unrest continue. Valid point, Sandy, and we appreciate it very much. When Mr. Trump launched his presidential bid in the summer of 2015, he said he would, quote, be the greatest jobs president God ever created. The promise to put people back to work, one of the foundations of his campaign from beginning to end. Let's take a look at what he had to say on the stump in New York this fall.
I'm a longtime New Yorker. I've spent billions and billions of dollars in this state and city. I've produced tremendous numbers of jobs, and we're going to help New York. We have to help New York because it's got very difficult problems. Taxes are too high by far. There's no hope other than if I become president, because there will be great hope. There will be great hope. Because we're going to bring our jobs back to New York. We're going to bring our jobs back to our country.
And, of course, Mr. Trump will take the oath of office January 20th. But how will he keep that promise to bring the jobs back? Let's dive into the numbers with Ken Abramowitz, co-founder and managing general partner for NGN Capital, joining us via Skype from Israel, where it's already the evening hours. So, Ken, you tell me, what should be the Trump recipe for bringing back the jobs?
Well, I think the recipe is a three-pronged recipe for Mr. Trump, and actually for any president. Namely, number one, grow the economy. Number two, protect our culture. Number three, protect us physically. I look at a combination of all those three aspects as crucial for a strong society. Those are the three building blocks of any strong society. I would hope that he would do a good job on both of them.
And in terms of the economy, it was Milton Friedman who said, if you want less of something, tax it. So to get the economy back working, knocking down those corporate tax rates, inviting companies to come back, is that the big thing, the tax cut that he talked about last night on 60 Minutes?
Well, I think tax cuts are important, particularly on the corporate side. Corporate tax rate in America is about 35%. The average of the Western world is about 22%. He's proposed to take it to 15. If there's a compromise and it goes to 20, I think that's fine too. I don't see a high tax rate in the rest of the world.
Yeah, I will tell you, we appreciate it. Brother Abramowitz, we're having a little problem with the Skype tonight from Israel. We promise to get you back on. We'll talk more in depth on this at a later time. For now, as you interrupted your evening via Skype from Israel, we thank you for your insights. We'll bring you back. Back to the phones we go. I believe now we have from Queens, Douglas, from the borough of Queens. Hi, Douglas. Got about a minute. Let's make it count.
Yeah. Hi, JD. Just want to say thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
As a prelude to my comments, I wanted to know that I'm an immigrant from Jamaica, right? That's Jamaica, West Indies.
Yes, sir.
So while I was living in Jamaica, I would say I was more leaning towards a democratic ideology. I was a big supporter of Barack Obama. However, when I came here to the States, trust me, oh, was I surprised. I got a rude awakening when I saw what the liberals, the Democrats, they were doing to this country. And since that time, I've changed my mindset, and I have been more conservative leaning. Now, regarding the protesters that are on the streets, right?
Yep.
I just want to ask them one question. Do they realize that millions of people actually voted for Mr. Trump for him to be the next president, right? And they're the ones who basically they're claiming that they respect democracy in this country. But if you're out there after a democratic contest, which Mr. Trump won, and then you are basically protesting and causing all these chaos in the country, what do you expect people from the outside looking in to say about America?
And Douglas, you make a perfect point. We salute you as a new citizen who came here from Jamaica, and we thank you very much for your call. More of your calls coming up, plus Today in History, all a part of America Talks Live when we continue.